The warehouse became a blur of violence. I didn't use lethal force. Sarah had locked that away, but I didn't need to kill to incapacitate. I moved like water, deflecting blows with reinforced forearms, shattering weapons with precise strikes, and using my enhanced strength to throw grown men like ragdolls. Bullets pinged off my chassis, tearing my clothes and synthetic skin, but failing to damage the core. Within 30 seconds, silence fell. 12 men groaned on the concrete floor, nursing broken bones. I stood amidst the carnage, steam rising from my joints. I turned to Jax. He was clutching his bleeding leg, staring at me. His eyes were wide, not with fear, I realized, but with awe and acceptance. I walked to him, my limiters re-engaging. My skin softened, the glow fading from my eyes. I knelt beside him. We must leave. The noise will attract the sentinels. You, he grunted, wincing as I pulled him up, draping his arm over my shoulder. You are incredible. I am illegal, I reminded him, and I am damaged. I can fix you, he said, gritting his teeth against the pain as we hobbled toward the exit. I'll always fix you. We stole a hoverskiff from the loading dock. I hotwired it in seconds, my interface merging with the vehicle's computer. We blasted out of the warehouse just as the sector police drones swarmed the sky behind us. We drove for hours, leaving the neon-choked skyline of Sector 4 behind, heading toward the desolate, open highways of the Outlands. At sunrise, we pulled over on a cliff overlooking the gray ocean. The rain had stopped. The air smelled of salt and freedom. I checked Jax's leg. The wound was cauterized and wrapped. He would heal. I, however, looked like I'd been through a shredder. My clothes were tatters, and patches of silver alloy showed through on my face and arms. You look like hell, Jax said, leaning against the hood of the skiff, smoking a cigarette he'd found in the glove box. My aesthetic subroutines are complaining, I admitted. He reached out, taking my hand, his thumb rubbed over the metallic knuckles. Elara, back there, you didn't just save me because of your programming. No, I said, I did not. Why then? I looked at the horizon, the sun painting the clouds in gold and violet. Because a life without you is a statistical probability I am not willing to accept, because I love you. Jax dropped the cigarette and crushed it under his boot. He pulled me to him, ignoring his injury, ignoring the cold metal of my exposed frame. He held me tight, burying his face in my neck. Sarah sent you to fix my life, he murmured against my skin. She didn't tell me you'd be the one to give me a life worth living. He pulled back and kissed me, slow and deep, a promise sealed in the salt air. We're fugitives now, he said, resting his forehead against mine. Me and my robot girl against the world. Android, I corrected gently, smiling. Jax laughed, the sound genuine and free for the first time since I'd met him. Android, whatever, you're mine. And you are mine, Jax. He climbed into the driver's seat. Let's go. I hear there's a mechanic shop in Sector 7 that doesn't ask questions. We've got some repairs to do. I climbed in beside him. As the engine hummed to life, I deleted my old primary directive, fix Jackson Vance. I wrote a new one, live together. We sped off toward the horizon, leaving the ghosts of the city behind us.